Self-trust in 2025, the foundation of every great decision. In a world spinning faster than ever, where technological advancements, social pressures, and a flood of information shape our everyday lives, self-trust has become one of the most essential yet elusive elements of personal success. In 2025, trusting yourself is not just a soft skill, a survival tool, a foundation upon which all meaningful decisions are made. When we talk about self-trust, we're talking about your belief in your ability to make the right decisions, learn from your missteps, and move through life guided by your own inner compass rather than the noise of the outside world. From childhood, many of us are conditioned to seek external validation. We're taught to look to parents, teachers, bosses, and even social media for confirmation that we're doing the right thing. Over time, this need for approval often overrides our natural ability to listen to ourselves. The constant comparison to others amplified by social platforms that display highlight reels of others' lives further disconnects us from our inner wisdom. By 2025, this disconnection has become so pervasive that many people struggle to make even small decisions without doubting themselves or seeking reassurance. This erosion of self-trust leads to anxiety, indecision, and a life lived according to someone else's expectations. The consequences of lacking self-trust can be subtle yet deeply damaging. Without it, we hesitate to take risks, voice our opinions, or pursue our dreams. We procrastinate not because we're lazy, but because we're unsure of the outcome and doubt our ability to handle whatever happens next. We overthink conversations, question our instincts, and replay decisions repeatedly, hoping to find a sense of clarity that should have come from within. This chronic self-doubt becomes a cycle, one that keeps us small, stuck, and fearful. However, self-trust is not something you are either born with or not. Like a muscle, it can be strengthened. And 2025 offers us the perfect environment for rebuilding this vital internal relationship. The key lies in starting small. Self-trust is cultivated every time you keep a promise to yourself, follow through on a goal, or listen to your intuition. The more you prove to yourself that you are dependable, the more your confidence grows. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, honest, and aligned with your values. Begin with micro-commitments, small, achievable goals you can meet daily. These might include waking up at a set time, journaling your thoughts, completing a task without distraction, or spending 5 minutes meditating. Each time you do what you say you will, you send a message to yourself, I am trustworthy. Over time, these actions add up to a solid foundation of reliability, making larger, more impactful decisions feel less daunting. Listening to your inner voice is another powerful tool in the journey of self-trust. In a world overflowing with advice, opinions, and online gurus, losing touch with your inner guidance is easy. But your intuition, what some call gut instinct or inner knowing, is a reliable source of wisdom when cultivated with care. Spend time in silence, ask yourself meaningful questions, and listen without judgment. What do I truly want? What feels right for me? These questions help steer you back to yourself. And each time you choose your guidance over the opinions of others, you deepen your trust in your voice. It's also important to accept that making mistakes is not a sign of failure, but a part of learning. Many people avoid trusting themselves because they fear the consequences of being wrong. But no one is always right, not even the most successful or intelligent among us. What separates those who thrive from those who stall is their ability to learn, adapt, and keep going. When you trust yourself, you trust your ability to navigate life's twists and turns, not just when things go well, but especially when they don't. Building self-trust also involves releasing the grip of past experiences that may have damaged your confidence. Betrayals, failures, or moments of deep self-doubt leave emotional scars that can keep us guarded and uncertain. However, healing is possible through reflection, forgiveness, and self-compassion. Treat yourself like you would a friend with kindness, patience, and belief in their ability to grow. Permit yourself to move forward without the weight of the past dragging you down. As you strengthen your self-trust, you'll find that decision-making becomes easier and more empowering. You won't need to over-rely on others for advice or second-guess your every move. Instead, you'll operate from a place of quiet confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, you have the tools to respond with grace and clarity. This doesn't mean you ignore input from others. It means you integrate it thoughtfully without surrendering your authority. The world will always offer suggestions for how you should live, how to look, what career to pursue, what success should mean. But only you know what truly resonates with your heart. Self-trust gives you the courage to live authentically, to say no when something doesn't feel right, and to walk away from what no longer serves you. In a time when conformity is often rewarded, living by your own rules becomes a radical and liberating act. In relationships, self-trust allows you to set clear boundaries, communicate honestly, and stand firm in your worth. When you trust yourself, you don't tolerate mistreatment or settle for less than you deserve. You stop looking for others to define your value and instead bring that sense of wholeness into every interaction. This transforms not only how others see you, but how you see yourself. Professionally, self-trust fuels leadership, creativity, and resilience. Leaders who trust their judgment are better equipped to handle uncertainty and guide teams with vision. Creatives who believe in their voice take more risks and innovate fearlessly. Entrepreneurs and changemakers rely on self-trust to forge paths where none exist. In 2025, as industries evolve and the future becomes more fluid, this inner anchor becomes beneficial and essential. Self-trust also affects your well-being. When you trust your body, you eat, move, and rest with intention. You learn to listen to stress, fatigue, or imbalance signals. You make health decisions based on trends and what feels right for your unique needs. And most importantly, you treat yourself with love, not because you've earned it, but because you recognize your inherent worth. The journey to self-trust is not linear. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and temptation to fall back into old patterns. That's okay. What matters is your commitment to return to yourself again and again. The more you do, the more you strengthen your belief in your ability to choose wisely, live boldly, and lead authentically. In conclusion, 2025 presents a new chapter for humanity that calls for empowered individuals who lead from within. In a world full of external noise, algorithms, and expectations, the one relationship that will guide you through is the one you have with yourself. Self-trust is not a luxury or a trait for the lucky. It is a practice, a commitment, and a gift you give to your future self. Build it daily. Nurture it with honesty. Protect it fiercely. Every significant decision you make, from love to career to purpose, will start with this simple truth: you are worthy of your trust.